Yeah, yeah, yeah. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Scabba-dabba-doo. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Hard as I try to divert, to ply all my thoughts of you away, baby. Illusions they come and swallow me whole. And all the dreams I dream, the songs I write and sing, and I'm singing the blues. I'm singing the blues for you. Thoughts of you confusing me, and you are near me. I'm under your spell. Forever in my arms, I hope to hold you till I die. Oh, till I die. Scabba-doo-ba-doo. And you know I see you looking at me, and I do agree that there's some chemistry between you and me, lady. And I see you try to act fly, though both of us know that you are feeling me as I'm feeling you, and I'm singing the blues. I'm singing the blues for you. Thoughts of you confusing me, and you are near me. I'm under your spell. Forever in my arms, I hope to hold you till I die. Oh, till I die. Oh, till I die. Oh, till I love, love makes the world go round. Love, 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 love makes the world go round. Love makes the world go round and round.
Could I like take you home? Then you can sing for me like morning, day, evening. So there you have it, guys. Our trendy youth for the day is Ciano Maimba. How are you? How are you feeling?
I am all right, although I'm a bit tired. I've had a very crazy schedule.
Yeah.
In between school and then music, so
yeah. And we're going to go into discussing your schedule and how that is for you. But first of all, I've known Ciano for quite some time now, and when I say he fumbled up into music, I actually mean it. So do you want me to start the story, or will you like take it up?
okay, I can take it up. Actually, I didn't stumble the way she says I stumbled.
It is stumbling.
It's been there for a while. It's just that, it hasn't been, evident from the word go.
Yeah.
I discovered I could sing in nursery.
Yeah.
But then I never quite followed it up because, when you're a little boy and everyone tells you, you sound like a girl when you sing, it just stops being something cool.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
you don't do
like,
it in
no,
front of people.
no.
You're like, forget it.
Like it brings your street cred down.
Yeah,
No.
yeah, man, it kills that street cred. So I stopped singing in primary school. I never even used to sing. And,
Yes, you didn't, and I knew him from way back in the day.
They go way back, man.
Yeah.
Day one. So I never used to sing in primary school. And then I went to high school, Upper Hill.
Mm-hmm.
And there was this a cappella group. Oh my gosh. Man.
You fell in love.
Man, these guys were just something else. So they were jamming in my class one day. One of them played keys and like they all sang. So they were jamming in my class and it was called Voice in the Light, the a cappella group. So I went and I asked them, you guys, can I join your group? So they called me. Actually, they'd heard me sing when they were jamming. I was just humming along to what they were singing. So they called me after I asked. I went, and of course my auditions were terrible because I hadn't sung for quite some time. So I was a very bad singer. So yeah, but they took me in actually after that terrible audition, and they opened my
I'm guessing
eyes.
like when you say terrible to most normal people, it's like wow, but
No.
to Ciano it's terrible.
No, yeah, it's very, very bad singing.
Yeah.
It was actually very bad singing. So after that, I finished school, and like those guys are the ones who, triggered the seriousness in music, and I picked up the guitar in Form 4 towards the end.
Mm-hmm.
Started playing and writing songs in Form 4. Long after those guys left, and then after Form 4 immediately I joined Sauti Academy. That now opened my eyes even more to the world of music. And I started gigging immediately I finished school. Like my first gig I was still in uniform.
Yeah.
After finishing the first paper, walked down to that graduation square. You were in some gig about gender-based violence. So I did that gig. And yeah, from there it's just been a constant process of growth.
Yeah, and I know he keeps saying that his first gig was like CG in his last year of high school. But I remember coming for one of your concerts at Upper Hill. First of all, shout out to your high school. Hi, Upper Hill. You need to shout out.
What's up, guys? Thanks for opening my eyes to music and all the very, very silly memories.
Yeah. So I remember going for one of your concerts, and that was the time where Ciano was like the superstar. Every friend I had wanted to know who Ciano was. You remember that part. But I guess that's where everyone started noticing like the passion you had for music and what an amazing voice you had. So go down into Sauti Academy. How was that for you? Because a lot of stars have come from Sauti Academy.
Yeah. Well, I can't quite say I felt intimidated because I really didn't know what I'm getting myself into to start with, because I was sort of winging this whole music thing. I had just left high school and, brave new world out there. And the people who actually, introduced me to Sauti Academy were guys from Hat the Band and guys from Q.
Mm-hmm.
I had met them at that gig at the graduation square, and I was still in uniform, and I was like, oh, look at this little boy singing so well. So they told me, you should come to Sauti Academy.
Yeah.
And they gave me directions and when the auditions were. So when I went, I really had no clue as to where I'm going into and, what I'm going to expect. So I wasn't necessarily intimidated.
And thinking of the audition that was terrible in high school, how was the audition at Sauti Academy?
I thought it was good because by then I had written some of my songs and, I had done quite a bit of vocal practice, but I can't quite say the way I played that song. It's the same song I played today.
Yeah.
I can't quite say the way I played it then was the way I played it now. So it was not, all that, it was just there.
And how did Sauti Academy change you?
Wow. Sauti Academy opened my eyes to so many things. As an individual musician and just starting up, not knowing what to expect in the world of music and music business, you are blind to a lot of things. So it really opened my eyes to, vocal techniques, the basics of vocal techniques, to, music business particularly. I learned a lot about music business because, a lot of artists, when you get into this, you just think of music as, let's have fun expressing ourselves, and you don't think about,
if this is going to be a full-time thing, it has to pay your bills at the end of the day, however much it's supposed to be passion. Not that I'm saying you should trivialize the passion. The passion should be there, but should also...
Yeah, that's definitely true, because at the end of the day, you have to live, you have to eat, you have to pay rent and all these other bills. Yeah.
And also songwriting. I had a teacher called Dempsey, who's also an artist. Dempsey opened my eyes to a lot of things that, he always told us, I'm not teaching you new things, I'm telling you things that you already know. So I learned quite a bit of stuff.
So you've learned all these things in Sauti Academy, how to manage yourself and everything. So did that mean that immediately you got out, you had to find like a manager and all that to put yourself into the music industry?
Well, not really. I guess I've always been, this self-sufficient, arrogant person. You should know that more than anyone. So that whole...
Anyone who wants points, come to me.
So that whole getting someone who I'm going to have to,
Yeah.
Not that I'm saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying I'm more inclined to work alone than to involve more people. Not necessarily from, I don't want other people in my life place. It's just that I feel like I can do this alone. And like it's not been so bad, because so far the far I've come, it's mostly been out of my own hard work, and I've a little help from friends here and there, but mostly my marketing I did myself, my practicing and musical arrangement and composing and songwriting. So I'm basically an independent artist.
You're like everything, like in one package.
Yeah.
And
it gets tiring though. It gets tiring.
I can imagine. That's a lot of work. So trickling down to the fact that you didn't start your music career at a young age, because most artists will say, oh, we started really young, we've grown into the industry and all that. How did your family take it? Because I know, knowing you are meant to go into a more, what did you say, white collar profession. How did they take that, and how did you handle it?
Funny enough, they were very, very supportive of my art. I have very liberal parents, so to speak. So it's never been at, what are you doing outside there when you're supposed to be in class, because I'm still doing, the science courses that I was meant to do. I've always been as fascinated with the sciences as I have been with the arts, which is a weird balance for most people, but yeah.
But a lot of artists are doing that nowadays. I know guys who will be doctors during the day and be jazz musicians.
But funny enough, people are still surprised, and they're just like, oh, how do you do it? It's science and it's art. They don't connect when they actually do when you think about it.
Yeah, when you think about it, I think you can find a way around your passions and just find a way to mingle them up so that you can have the best of both worlds, right? So now, when is the EP dropping? Give chatters the lowdown.
So I don't think I'm recording anything anytime soon, mostly because there's a certain level of musicality I want to attain that I feel I have quite a bit of experience.
What type of genre are you going for?
None in particular. I've never been one to classify myself in, this box or that box, because I feel that constricts your expression of what you feel and your translation of the energies that you're supposed to be, transmitting to people and the messages. Okay,
but still, when you look at yourself in a couple of years, when now you decide to actually record, how would you want the industry to be?
Well, I can't say much about the industry because I'm just starting up and I'm still researching, and I don't want to say something from an ill-based place, and because I really don't know much, and the little that I know, I can't quite make deductions about the industry. So I'm still researching, and I cannot quite answer that question effectively.
But for Charters, we've just listened to the song you've just performed, and we're going to perform another one as we go into our break. Where can they find you performing?
Where can they find me? On 19th of November, I'm performing at Goethe Institute. Is that how it's pronounced? The German one?
Goethe, yes.
That one. Performing at that place in town from 6 to, I think, 9 p.m. I'm doing a project with a poet called Ngatia and other supporting acts like Fee Ngetich, the one who won Airtel. What was it called? Airtel what? No, Maisha Superstar. Yes.
I'm like...
who won Maisha Superstar, and... a couple of other artists are cheering from Royalty by Black. So it's going to be a pretty cool gig.
Oh yeah, Cheng was also in Sauti Academy.
Yes,
yeah.
yes, yes, yes.
I remember her from other places.
Even Fee was in Saudi Academy.
Yeah, but that's pretty cool. So you guys remember 19th of November if you want to catch Ciano performing live. And also I hope you've already followed him on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. Remind them your handle.
Instagram, CIANO_MAIMBA, Ciano Maimba.
Yeah.
Facebook, YouTube, just Ciano Maimba without the underscore.
Yeah, so you guys follow that. And remember, don't forget the chat list on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. And talk to me at Sharon_Nganga on the segments we had today. So before we go into our end of the show, what are you taking us away with?
I think I shall play a song I wrote about the current paradigm of society. It's called Awake, and how we do not see a lot of the things that should be very evident.
And I think, just to like slide this into the conversation, I feel like a lot of artists and a lot of people are awakening.
Yeah.
Just so on Facebook, Lady Gaga talking about how she quit music because she felt like she wasn't living the way she should live. Anyway, we shall share that on Facebook at the chat list, and also you can follow me at Sharon Nganga. You'll find that too. So you can read about awakening and how people are finding themselves in the current society. So take it away.
Macho twazibwa sisi hatuoni, adui japo yupe tu usoni, mawazo fikira katuziba, twapumbazwa eti na raha za dunia. Dunia. But I'm awake now, and I see my third eye is guiding me. And if society remains in slumber, then I will wake it from its dreams. You see, the powers that be crumble when we realize what's in our hands. So break this status quo, rise above this little hole. Break the status quo and rise above this little hole. With calcified third eyes, we're all but blind. We cannot see the souls we've left behind. But what is soul without the mind? And if we don't remember, oh, how long before we die? Ooh, oh, we die. But I'm awake now, and I see my third eye is guiding me. And if society remains in slumber, then I will wake it from its dreams. You see, the powers that be crumble when we realize what's in our hands. So break this status quo, rise above this little hole. Break the status quo and rise above this little hole. Oh, break the status quo and rise above this little hole. Oh, break the status quo and rise above this little hole. I see my third eye's getting me. And if society remains in slumber, then I will wake it from its knees. You see, the powers that be crumble when we realize what's in our hands. So break this status quo, rise above this little hope. Break the status quo and rise above this little hole. Whoa.